What's good, everyone? Welcome back to MTG Arena. Mono green landfall decks were already quite perfect in standard, but somehow, another key component was found from Edge of Eternities that made Tifa and Mossborn Hydra even more absurd.
Run! It's Godzilla! Let's go!
It's like finding infinite ammo, or at least until you play all the lands in your deck. What was once a lost cause for lands like Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds, when they enter the graveyard, it now becomes a source of recurring landfall abilities. Coupling it with the Traveling Chocobo, we're seeing potentially 6 landfall triggers per turn. For the likes of Tifa and Mossborn Hydra, that gets their damage into the hundreds. I guess this is pretty much mono green aggro? I'll demonstrate how strong this deck is by winning 6 games in a row on Ranked Standard Best of Ones to show some good draw and win rates. So do consider subscribing to the channel for amazing deck lists and gameplay, and tap that like button for Magic the Gathering. Let's go! Mono green landfall has been getting stronger and stronger with each set release. For Edge of Eternities, this deck got another welcome buff with the likes of Icetill Explorer. This guy just takes the deck into another literal dimension by allowing it to interact with the graveyard. So now finally this deck gets a bit of recursion. We get to play our fetch lands over and over again until we draw our deck out of lands. Additionally, Icetill Explorer lets us play an additional land during each turn as well. We put in 2 of these to make sure we see it just enough to not run out of cards to play due to its milling ability. Then to the next column we have our 3 mana creatures, which of course makes some of the core of the deck up. We have 4 Mossborn Hydras. Nothing much needs to be said here, as it's completely required to have in this landfall deck, because of its trample and ability that exponentializes its power and toughness with each land that comes into play. Then we make sure to have 3 Traveling Chocobos. It allows us to play through a good part of our deck and also gives us access to yet another area to play lands from. And the most important part of the Traveling Chocobo is triggering landfall abilities a second time for free. For the next column, we have our 2 mana spells. Bristly Bill Spine Sower is very essential in this deck, and you can run more of these based on your preference by taking out either Bushwhack or a fetch land. For this deck we have 2. Its ability is so good that each land gives us an additional +1/+1 counter on any of our creatures. Bristly Bill helps the likes of Tifa and Mossborn Hydra exponentialize their power even faster. Then we have 4 Ordeal of Nilias. This aura is an incredible finisher. It either helps buffs our creatures as we get to its triggered ability once it reaches 3 +1/+1 counters, or we put it on something that already has all those counters and attack with it for a sudden huge boost by bringing in 2 more lands. This is such a good combo with any landfall creature. And then of course we have 4 Tifa Lockhearts because of her double power landfall ability. Seriously, once she gets even 1 or 2 +1/+1 counters on her, she'll win us the game if we just play as many lands as we can in a single turn. And for our 1 mana creatures to the left we have 4 Llanowar Elves. Using this guy's mana is very essential because many times we want to cast our creatures with landfall abilities first before playing any of our land for the turn. Llanowar makes sure that not only do we mana ramp a little bit in this deck, but we also don't need to resort to any mana from a land that hasn't or doesn't need to come into play yet. Then another set of 4 essential 1 mana drop creatures are Saz's Chocobo. These guys are very straightforward. You cast them as early as you get them, like you're planting a seed, and then watch them grow into Eldrazi-sized beasts as you play the game normally. Then on the last column, we got some very essential spells for the deck. We're running 3 Bushwhacks here for the land tutor or fight options. Based on preference, you can certainly sub these out for more Bristly Bills. Then we have 2 Defend the Riders because it does an incredible job at protecting our creature from a great majority of removal spells out there. We will definitely want to protect our creatures as efficiently as possible. And last, we have 4 Snakeskin Veils for, again, the much required protection for our creatures, but it's just slightly less absolute compared to Defend the Rider. And that's because Snakeskin Veil gives a very welcome +1/+1 counter instead to help us get the party going. So with this deck, we get to play up to 2 lands per turn from either our hand, top of our library, or from our graveyard. It's got options and ammunition to keep our creatures going and never run out of gas. Let's go win as many games as we can in a row. Nice. What a solid hand, especially to go first with. Obviously, we're going to start off with Saz's Chocobo. We're going to watch this little seedling grow. Okay. We'll play a normal forest first. And I'm thinking Tifa so that she can attack on third turn. We'll attack for 1. Yes. On third turn, we're going to throw down Bristly Bill. Oh, never mind. She got lost. Well, if we had Bristly Bill, she would have gotten huge because we would have thrown down a Fabled Passage or Terramorphic Expanse. We'll just throw down the Expanse right now. Alright. I guess we'll go back to plan A. We'll buff this little guy as much as possible. But we'll throw on 1 on Bristly Bill just in case he gets taken out. We'll attack for 4. Great. Decent start. Elspeth. Definitely some sort of Selesnya control. Okay, I'm thinking I want to throw down Nilia. Bushwhack a little bit, maybe. We'll tutor for a land with Bushwhack later. Probably after our attack. I want to throw down Nilia, but I hope they don't use Get Lost or something. They got exactly 2 mana up. Oh no, they got priority. Oh, it resolves! Okay. In that case, let's use these map tokens. Oh, Tifa. Okay. Maybe I'll just keep the Fabled Passage the way it is. Oh, you know what? Tifa's going to be lost anyways, because once I attack, Order of Nilia is going to trigger, and then we're going to fetch her 2 lands. That's okay, it didn't matter. We'll enter 2 lands, and that's an extra 4 damage. So 2 counters here, and Chocobo gets 2 counters by himself. Yep, I guess we'll just pop off this Fabled Passage as well. Then we'll get another 2 damage. And I think that's enough. Unless they have a way to destroy one of these guys? Or exile? Or do something with these guys. Nope, they take it. Good game. Wow, that was really straightforward. Alright, first game. On to the next one. Alright, our opponent's still thinking about keeping their hand or not. But we're going to keep ours. And we actually have Icetill Explorer. Oh, that's a solid hand. A 1 mana drop, 2 mana drop, 3 mana drop, 4. Uh-oh. Mono red. Is our little guy going to get burnt? Oh, no. I knew it. Our little guy got turned into fried chicken. Okay. At least they didn't use it on Tifa. We can still get somewhere with this. Are we playing against a goblin deck? Nope. There's the lizard. So mono red aggro it looks like. Nice, a chocobo. A traveling one. We're going to want to throw down Mossborn Hydra first so that it can grow as big as possible. Should we swing in for 2? I don't think they'll block. They'll be smart to gang block here. But they're running low on cards. Whatever takes the heat off the Mossborn Hydra. Alright, they take the 2. That might be a big mistake for them to leave Tifa on the board like that. Okay, I'll take 3. I'm not gonna waste the Mossborn Hydra here. Oh, and they wasted him anyways for us. Okay. Guess we'll throw down the Traveling Chocobo. We'll make her trigger ×2. Great. What's gonna happen after this? 16 damage, I think? Yeah, they can't block. They got no priority. Yeah, 16 damage. Okay, they have 1 turn. Because our next turn, we can just throw down Icetill Explorer, and we'll have the ability to play lands for sure. They think that's good enough? Nope. Here comes the Icetill Explorer Express. That brings back a land we can play. And we're going to get another 16 damage from Tifa. We'll mill a little bit here. Maybe we'll get... Nope, never mind. We didn't get another land. But we don't need another land. I'm guessing they're blocking with everything, but it doesn't matter. It's not enough. We're getting 16 damage here again. And look at that. We can use Escape Tunnel again next turn. It doesn't matter here. GG. We sacrificed Tifa for the win. Alright, that's game number 2. Let's go. Wow. Going first again. Pretty decent hand. I like the Icetill Explorer. I really do. Looks like we don't get Saz's Chocobo though. Alright, let's start with the Terramorphic Expanse. It's basically a tapped land that we don't really want or need right now. And we want to make sure that we can play our 2 mana drop. I guess Tifa first? We're up against mono white Lifegain, I think. That is so meta. Alright, we'll throw down Bristly Bill. And let's get some triggers going. They're definitely going to take some damage here. See if we can bait them into any blocks. Nope, I don't think so. Alright, pop this off. And I think this gets her to 10 damage. Third turn, 10 damage. We might be able to finish them off. Oh, never mind. Valorous Stance. Never mind. Yep, that was the draw to win the game with. Alright, we have to play it differently here. Traveling Chocobo. Alright. Silly little Llanowar elf. Let's just fetch this and shuffle our library. We'll put 1 on the Traveling Chocobo here. And we'll swing in for 5. They might want to block this. Otherwise, next turn's going to be lethal for them. And we got Icetill next. Yep, definitely going to be lethal for them now. How much life can they gain here anyways with 4 mana? Wow. They are playing like a control deck. Escape Tunnel. They only got 6 life left. I mean... there's nothing we can do. I can use the Traveling Chocobo to fight something here. I can as well buff him with Snakeskin Veil, but I might hold on to that because it seems like they have a lot of removal spells. Guess I definitely want to throw out the Icetill here. We'll play the Fabled so that at least we get an untapped land. In the graveyard the tunnel goes so that we get to play that for free. Mossborn Hydra. Nah, let's just shuffle. Just get another land going. Because I think I want to fight something here. Oh, Traveling Chocobo. Oh, never mind. The opponent did not want to wait for me to do something. That's okay, we'll take it. That's 3rd win in a row, let's keep going. Alright, finally on the draw. I'll take it. Azorius. They're either artifacts or control. This is either going to be a great game or a bad game. Looks like their control. Guess we'll play this. Oops. Oh wells. It was just an extra damage. What are they gonna do? Stock up? They do nothing. Alright. They're probably thinking they got enough cards in their hand. They don't need a stock up right now. Alright. Another Defend the Rider. Useless right now. We're just gonna throw down Ordeal of Nilia. We'll play with one creature right now. This way we can use Defend the Rider in case they try to remove it. So you willing to take 6 damage? They are! What are they planning? Oh, what is that? Flash. Fully unlock and draw a card. Okay. What the? I thought they were playing Azorius Control. What is this? Azorius off meta? Okay. Darn. Loses all abilities. We'll protect it though. We'll make him use another card. Oh, it resolves! Great! Yeah, leave my Chocobo alone. Wow. Enchantment. What is this? Azorius enchantment deck? Okay. So I do want to throw down a Mossborn Hydra. I do want to tutor for some lands. Or I can fight both of these creatures and swing in for another 6. I think I'll do that. Okay, we'll take down the entity tracker first. Throw down our Mossborn Hydra. Maybe I'll just keep 1 mana up for another Defend the Rider, because I don't want the Chocobo to get taken out. At this point, nah. What should I do here? I mean, I haven't played the land yet. You know what? Actually, let's just tutor for a land. There. We can buff 2 creatures at once. This way, we'll have enough mana to defend the rider as well. Okay, they choose to block. Great. Alright. Got them in a bad spot. Nice. That's 4 in a row. Holy smokes. Next one's gonna be a hard one. This is a bad hand. Definitely need a mulligan. Not gonna think twice. Oh, that's just as bad. It's like the same 2 lands. Oh, have to mulligan again. Alright, this is looking better, but I have to return a lot here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Don't need the Snakeskin Veil for now. And I guess we'll just keep the untapped lands. This is gonna be rough. I hope we draw 1 land and get to play the Traveling Chocobo. Nice. Okay, there's our 1 land. And our Traveling Chocobo should actually help out digging through the deck for some lands or birds. Oh, great. Escape Tunnel. So far, so good. Alright, throw down Bristly Bill. Hopefully he doesn't get taken out. Oh, throws in a Boros land out of nowhere. Ah, Chainsaw. Yep, gets taken out. A Munitions deck. Alright, we continue the strategy. Throw down Mossborn Hydra. We'll be pretty solid if we don't get taken out here. Next turn is gonna hurt them. What is that? Biotech Specialist. Lander token. Rust Harvester. Cool. Love all these new cards. Let's go, Chocobo. Nice. Escape tunnel from the top. We'll take it. That's amazing. We'll attack for 4 here. The Chocobo's like double trigger with Mossborn Hydra is so good. Alright. 16 damage, here we go. Out of nowhere. Yeah. The synergy with Traveling Chocobo is just insane. I don't think they have an actual spot removal for our Mossborn Hydra. We're pretty good here, I think. Might be GG here. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, what a spree. Can we keep this going? This mono green landfall deck is insane. Alright, so we've won 5 games in a row already. The game's giving us a pretty good hand again on the 6th one. Let's see where this goes. Alright, that's a solid draw, actually. We're going to throw down Llanowar. And then we'll cast Saz's Chocobo on the 2nd turn. Or maybe Mossborn Hydra. Yeah, let's do that. Looks like we're up against Dimir colors. They had a removal. Pretty sure that was the better play anyways. Right, now we'll play Saz's Chocobo. We'll just throw down the escape tunnel for it. Swing in for 1, I guess, for now. It's a pretty janky start, I gotta say, compared to all our other games. Looks like our opponent only has 3 cards left. Okay. We'll fetch in for this. Same play, I guess. We'll just hold defend the rider to protect something. Oh, hello, Mossborn Hydra. Yeah, we do want to play him before we play any more lands. Alright, let's see what happens. Might hold on to the Llanowar Elf. And we'll just attack with Saz's Chocobo. Okay. Their last chance to respond here. They shoot the Sheriff again. Luckily, we kept the Llanowar Elf untapped. Precisely for this reason. Okay. I think with that play, we're actually going to run away with this game. Cool. I don't really have anything left. We could use Bushwhacker Tutor for a land, but let's just pretend we have something here. What's this? Wicked Manipulator? 2 1/1s. That is not enough for you, my friend. And we have Ordeal of Nilia. We didn't get any lands off the top of the library, but it doesn't matter. I think that's good game. Straight to the face. We're going to ignore the Planeswalker. Yup. Wow. 2 more lands times 4 trigger. The Mossborn Hydra was going to be massive. Good game. Wow, that's 6 in a row.